Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, July 21st. I'm Gina Barty.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Glad to have you with us tonight. We begin tonight with international news. Condolences are being expressed at the Netherlands embassy in the district after a Malaysian airplane was shot down over Ukraine last Thursday. While the Dutch government is pressing for an independent and transparent international investigation, mourners are laying flowers and other mementos across the globe. A condolence book was placed in the lobby of the Netherlands embassy today for anyone who wishes to convey their sympathies.
Being Dutch, being also a very frequent flyer, we realized that this could happen to anybody, and so it's touching you, and knowing that if you see the remains on that ground there in the Ukraine, books and bags and things like that, knowing that you are, both of us, regularly in a flight, just very relaxed, reading a book, having things, and then that from one moment till the other it's finished, it's almost impossible to believe.
We're full of compassion for those who pass away, for the friends, family, for the whole Dutch society.
Now, all 298 people on board flight MH17 were killed. Two-thirds of the passengers were of Dutch descent. The condolence register will be available to sign tomorrow as well, from 10 a.m. to noon and from 2 to 4 p.m. And President Obama is calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza as the death toll of innocent civilians rises. In a televised address to the nation today, the president announced that that Secretary of State John Kerry is headed to Egypt to meet with allies and partners. Obama says he has instructed Kerry to push for an immediate end to hostilities between Hamas and Israeli militants.
The work will not be easy. Obviously, there are enormous passions involved in this and some very difficult strategic issues involved. Nevertheless, I've asked John to do everything he can to help facilitate a cessation to hostilities. We don't want to see any more civilians getting killed.
And the president also addressed the crisis in Ukraine, urging Vladimir Putin to demand that Russian separatists stop tampering with evidence to ensure a fair investigation. Obama says time is of the essence and families of the victims deserve to know the truth about what has happened to their loved ones.
Meanwhile, U.S. Senator Ben Cardin is speaking out on the tragic developments in Gaza as well. Cardin says he agrees with the president's plan for peace, but admits it will be difficult.
We want to see the fighting stopped. We want to see Hamas stopping their missile attacks into Israel. We want to see the parties sit down and negotiate a peace, the Palestinians and the Israelis, so that the Palestinians can live in peace in their own state, and Israel can continue its Jewish state, and the two states live side by side in peace. That's what we're fighting for. But until Hamas gives up their attacks on Israel, it's very difficult to see how we move forward.
According to the State Department, 2 of the soldiers killed recently in battle were dual Israeli-American citizens. Well, the Prince George's County Council gives the green light to MGM National Harbor, allowing the company to build a $925 million casino resort complex in the area. Byron Scott has our story.
Mr. Davis.
Vote aye. By a vote of 8-1, Prince George's County Council voted to approve the construction and other permits allowing MGM National Harbor to move forward.
It's an exciting time for all stakeholders. We're very excited about where this is going to go, and you will see an impressive project. I mean, we're going to spend over $1 billion, and so impressive project, nothing like we've seen in this area for.
And the vote was good news for unionized workers, like these laborers with Metropolitan Regional Council of Carpenters. The union could see hundreds of its workers getting a paycheck.
We have plenty of unemployed carpenters that would wish to work on this project. It obviously means more revenue to the county. It means more revenue to the state coffers, and more importantly, it puts a lot of tradespeople to work.
For hospitality workers with the Unite Here Local 25, it could mean some 2,000 new jobs.
That will be middle-class jobs and provide great income, great benefits for the workers working there.
The resort will include gaming, a hotel, restaurants, spa, and entertainment complex. Annual revenues to the state and county expected to be in the millions. But with all that money, it's still unclear who's going to pay for the improvements to area roads. Councilman Obie Patterson, who has expressed some concern over the lack of a finalized road plan, remains concerned.
Well, let's just say I'm slightly optimistic that perhaps we are in a better direction than perhaps we were 18 months ago.
And while grading work has already begun, construction could start within a month. Good news to some, but bad news for Mary Lehman, the only member today to vote no.
To build our economy and to build our future in this county on casino gambling is not my idea of a stronger, better Prince George's.
In Upper Marlboro, Byron Scott, CTV News.
And you're watching CTV News. I'm Gina Barty.
And I'm Patricia Malone.